Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. Anticipation is already mounting in Miami as the Dolphins introduce their latest acquisition, under center Zach Wilson. He arrives not only with the weight of expectations that come with being a second-string signal caller for a franchise on the rise, but also with a brand new identity, one defined by the numeric emblem stitched across the front of his jersey. 0 is a bold statement, choosing a number that has only just begun its brief tenure on NFL turf. Last season, Marcus Mariota was the first to claim the clean sweep of digits, adorning Washington's offense with the singular 0, transforming what was once an unconventional choice into a badge of defiance. Mariota described it as a daily reminder, a symbol to himself and the world that they had all underestimated him. People don't think I can do it anymore. Now Wilson steps into those same cleats, or more accurately, that same uniform. Slot, ready to carve out his own narrative. Miami's decision to assign Wilson the 0 isn't mere happenstance. It underscores a fresh chapter, a rebirth of sorts, for a young quarterback whose career thus far has been marked by flashes of brilliance and bouts of frustration. The 0 speaks to infinite possibility, an unwritten ledger upon which Wilson can inscribe his comeback story. Every practice rep, every 2-minute drill, every fourth down play offers an opportunity to fill that blank canvas with moments of poise, precision, and courage. Of course, the curious among us will inevitably ask, why 0? Why embrace the only digit in the NFL's strictly positive numbering system that seems to represent absence rather than presence? The answer lies in the paradox at the heart of the position itself. Quarterbacks occupy a space of contradiction. They must be both architects and artists, masters of routine and alchemists of improvisation. The 0, distilled to its simplest form, captures that duality. It is nothing and everything at once. A circle that can represent a void or a hole, a starting point or an end point. Yet this symbolic choice also serves as a gentle provocation to the league. Eventually, we might see a return of Whale 0, a number once worn with distinction by legends like center Jim Otto, receiver Ken Burrow, and the versatile Steve Bagras. Should that day come, the NFL will be honoring its own colorful history, embracing the full spectrum of individuality on the field. But for now, Zach Wilson carries the torch alone, a solitary 0 blazing against Miami's aqua backdrop. Beyond the flare of uniform numbers, the true question remains: can Zach Wilson join the exclusive club of quarterbacks who struggled early in their careers, particularly those who stumbled with the New York Jets, only to blossom into stars under new circumstances? Since 2013, the Jets have been the launching pad for 2 such tales. Both times, the league watched in astonishment as overlooked talents found new life and shattered preconceptions elsewhere. Now Miami offers Wilson a similar lifeline, a chance to revolve his trajectory in a supportive environment that prizes innovation and fearless offense. In Dolphin practice facilities, whispers circulate about his arm strength, the subtle mechanics of his footwork, the way his eyes scan the secondary before deciding where to place the pigskin. Coaches speak of a maturity beyond his years, an unspoken resolve that could galvanize the locker room. Teammates are intrigued by the 0. Some even joke that it looks like a bullseye, a target on his chest daring opponents to test his mettle. As the preseason approaches, fan forums light up with debates. Will Wilson rise to the occasion and prove that his best football lies ahead? Will the 0 become synonymous with redemption, etched into highlight reels alongside game-winning drives and comeback victories? Or will it remain a curious footnote, a number chosen in hopes of rewriting a career only to be retired once, more without ever fulfilling its promise? The script is unwritten, the stakes are high, and the eyes of the NFL will be watching. In a league that loves narratives of transformation, of underdogs seizing their moment on the grandest of stages, Zach Wilson's journey in Miami is set to become one of the most compelling chapters of the season. All that stands between him and legend this time and the willingness to embrace the zero not as an absence of value, but as the ultimate expression of potential. So, as Dolphins fans don their teal and orange and the Dolphins helmets emerge from their shelves, remember, that number 0 is not a void, it's a vessel. It's the space where Zach Wilson will write his future play by play. And soon, under the South Florida sun, those stitches of 0 will no longer represent what he has yet to prove, but rather all that he has already achieved. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? Imagine the Miami Dolphins stepping out onto the field next season with an offensive arsenal so fearsome that defenses everywhere tremble at the mere mention of their name. That's precisely the blockbuster move the Dolphins have engineered. By locking up CeeDee Lamb, the electrifying wide receiver who has cemented himself as one of the NFL's premier playmakers. In a deal that has sent shockwaves through the league, Miami has assembled a super offense pairing that blends the precision passing prowess of quarterback Tua Tagovailoa with the jaw-dropping athleticism and route-running craft of Lamb. It's a combination so potent that it threatens to rewrite the passing charts and bring a new era of aerial dominance to South Florida. From the moment the Dolphins brass announced the signing, social media erupted. Dolphins fans celebrated in virtual parades, painting timelines aqua and orange, chanting "Fins up" with renewed fervor. Analysts scrambled to recalibrate their power rankings, instantly elevating Miami into legitimate Super Bowl contention. The addition of Lamb to an offense already boasting Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and an ascending tight end room signals that the Dolphins are no longer content merely to compete. They are gunning for the sport's ultimate prize. In Lamb, they've acquired a receiver who blends explosive acceleration with pinpoint focus, capable of turning any short slant into a 70-yard touchdown gallop or snagging contested jump balls. In the red zone, when the game hangs in the balance, off the field, the impact is already being felt. Season ticket renewals spiked within hours of the announcement, and Dolphins merchandise, especially Lamb jerseys, flew off the shelves. Miami's front office predicted sellout crowds as far out as 2026, and local sports bars are scrambling to expand capacity to accommodate the influx of fans eager to witness this new offensive juggernaut in action. Luxury suite bookings soared, and even national TV networks clamored for marquee Dolphins matchups, knowing that Lamb's presence elevates every game into a must-see event. It's a marketing masterstroke that transcends football, injecting energy into the entire South Florida sports scene. The on-field ramifications are equally seismic. Tua Tagovailoa's quick release and uncanny ability to dissect defenses will find a natural partner in Lamb's nuanced route tree and Y-circle versatility. Imagine a scope of permutations. Lamb on a shallow cross pulling linebackers out of position. Hill running a double move over the top. Waddle on the boundary threatening. Speed mismatches and an unpredictable RPO package keeping defenses off balance on early downs. The chessboard of play calling transforms from a checkers game into a high-stakes war, with offensive coordinator Wes Welker wielding the pieces. Every snap offers new wrinkles, jet motions, mesh concepts, stack formations, each designed to highlight Lamb's separation skills and Tua's surgical accuracy. Yet the question on every pundit's lips is durability. Can such an offense stay cohesive under the relentless scrutiny of elite defenses? History offers cautionary tales, from the Air Coryell teams that faded when injury struck, to more recent flash-in-the-pan revolutions that collapsed under playoff pressure. Miami's answer lies in depth and innovation. The offensive line, bolstered by free agency pickups and draft investments, will be charged with giving Tua those critical extra split seconds. The coaching staff, renowned for its adaptability, promises to balance Lamb's high-volume targets with strategic deploys of the backfield duo, Raheem Mostert's punishing runs and Devon Achane's lightning twists. By distributing the workload intelligently, the Dolphins aim to keep Lamb fresh for those game-defining moments. Beyond X's and O's, this signing resonates with a broader narrative of ambition. In a league where dynasties are born from audacity and vision, Miami's front office has signaled its intent to seize the moment. The city itself, ever vibrant, ever seeking excitement, mirrors this ethos. Dolphins fans have waited decades for a return to consistent championship relevance, enduring near misses and heartbreak before the recent surge. Now, with Lamb in tow, that dream feels closer than ever. It's more than a contract. It's a statement of identity. Miami is unafraid, uncompromising, and unapologetically hungry for glory. Lamb, for his part, arrives brimming with confidence. His post-signing press conference was a masterclass in humility fused with determination. He spoke of joining something special and wanting to win in the brightest lights, words that resonated deeply with a fan base longing for playoff triumphs. His teammates have lauded him as a consummate professional, one whose work ethic in training camp will set a tone for the entire roster. The pairing of Hill's speed, Waddle's precision, and Lamb's explosive all-around game is already being dubbed the triple threat, a moniker fitting for an offense built to overwhelm, outthink, and outrun any foe. If there's one lingering concern, it's the adjustment period. Even the most gifted recruits need time to assimilate into new systems, develop rapport with quarterbacks, and learn the vernacular of offensive schemes. But observers note Lamb's rapid assimilation in Dallas after his rookie contract extension, and his chemistry with Tagovailoa already seems promising in initial OTAs. Early reports describe Lamb studying film alongside Tua, dissecting defensive coverages and exchanging hand signals that belie their growing synergy. When the regular season dawns, expect a receiver who sprints into cutbacks with confidence, knowing Tua's eyes will find him even when defenders close fast. As rumors swirl about potential playoff matchups, Buffalo's stout secondary Kansas, City's high-octane offense, Cincinnati's suffocating defense, the Dolphins' newly forged super offense looms as the defining storyline of the upcoming NFL landscape. Every Sunday promises highlight reels, sideline catches, deep dots, third and long conversions, and jaw-dropping screens that morph into breakaway scores. And when the playoffs arrive, that same arsenal, wielded by a quarterback unafraid to trust his weapons and a receiver unafraid to make clutch plays, could carry Miami all the way to the summit. In the end, the Dolphins' signing of CD Lamb isn't just another free agency footnote, it's a seismic shift. It redefines expectations for what an NFL offense can achieve and sets a blueprint for teams chasing the balance of speed, precision, and creativity. For Dolphins fans, it rekindles hope of Super Bowl banners, of late-night parties on Ocean, drive of a city erupting in celebration when the Vince Lombardi Trophy is finally hoisted. The countdown begins now. Fins up, CD leading the charge, and a future in South Florida that gleams brighter than ever. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.